A tear in reality hangs open like a wounded star. Its edges shimmer, unstable, trembling as if the universe itself is begging for the nightmare to end. Beyond it lies another world, eerily calm. Breathable air, familiar skies, a silent mirror of our own Earth. And on this side of the breach, a man stands with fire in his eyes. A billionaire, a genius. A self-made titan who claims he knows what's best for humanity. He could use this portal to cool a dying planet. He could redirect heat, scrub pollution, or reinvent industry overnight. But he won't. Because saving the world has never mattered as much as destroying one man. The man who threatens him simply by existing. Superman. The question haunts every corner of this story. If Lex Luthor could fix global warming, why didn't he? The new cinematic universe paints Lex Luthor as more than a corporate mogul or eccentric inventor. He is a self-proclaimed visionary whose brilliance eclipses even the greatest minds on Earth. He builds machines that defy physics. He tears holes into alternate dimensions. He recreates life with DNA he has no right to hold. Within this framework, the Pocket Universe stands as one of the most terrifying achievements in comic book history. A fully functional parallel Earth with breathable atmosphere, stable terrain, and an energy environment that could theoretically serve as a dumping ground for excess planetary heat. A miracle, a catastrophe, a tool that could reshape reality, or end it. So when viewers ask whether Lex could have used this universe as a heat sink to combat climate change, the question hits deeper than simple engineering. It cuts to the heart of who Lex Luthor truly is, and what he will never be. Because every version of Lex demonstrates the same immutable truth. He could save the world. He simply chooses not to. In every era of Superman's mythology, Lex's ego towers even higher than Metropolis' skyline. He is a man who demands recognition not through compassion or service, but through domination. In his worldview, the masses owe him admiration by default. He should not have to earn it. The appearance of Superman shattered that worldview. A being of limitless power who gives without expecting anything. A symbol of hope who makes Lex's brilliance feel small. This cuts Lex to his core. Not because Superman is alien, but because Superman is loved. Time and time again, the narrative reinforces a devastating line. You could have saved the world years ago if it mattered to you. And it never mattered. Not climate change, not poverty, not disease, not hunger. Lex has engineered cures for terminal illnesses. He has developed technologies that could revolutionize energy, medicine, and global infrastructure. He has constructed pocket dimensions, built weapons capable of rewriting ecosystems, and formed artificial beings whose potential far outstrips anything on Earth. And every single time, he withholds. He has cured cancer, then ordered its reversal. He has restored mobility to the paralyzed, only to undo the miracle for sport. He has created life solely as a weapon against the Kryptonian he despises. Lex Luthor's genius is not the world's salvation. It is the world's hostage. Set aside, for a moment, Lex's motives. Pretend he wanted to fix global warming. Could the Pocket Universe actually do it? The answer reveals a brutal and sobering reality. The portals themselves are catastrophically unstable. Even a brief period left open tears at the fabric of space around them, threatening to rip the planet in half. The film establishes this clearly. Extended exposure is catastrophic. The Pocket Universe is not a safe laboratory. It is an existential hazard. Secondly, the portals are too small. Transferring enough thermal energy to impact Earth's climate would require millions of active portals operating non-stop. Each would need immense power and an intricate heat transfer system. And the energy required to run those portals would generate more heat than they remove. Third, the Pocket Universe is not a cold void. It contains its own ambient warmth, influenced by antimatter flows and its own environment. Dumping heat there wouldn't cool Earth. It would supercharge a dimension already stressed by chaotic physics. Fourth, global warming is not merely about heat, it is about greenhouse gases, atmospheric carbon, ocean acidity, industrial output. To reverse it, Lex would need to reduce emissions, build carbon scrubbers, transform energy production, all of which cost money, and decrease profit margins. And for Lex Luthor, altruism without reward is meaningless. Finally, every expert in advanced DC technology treats pocket universes as the pinnacle of arrogance. The slightest miscalculation leads to annihilation. Using them as planetary cooling systems would be like trying to fight a kitchen fire by detonating a nuclear reactor. A heat sink of this magnitude isn't just unrealistic, it's suicidal. The tragedy of Lex Luthor is not that he fails to save the world. It is that he never wanted to. His obsession with Superman is not rational, it is existential. To Lex, Superman is an insult made flesh, proof that power, admiration, and virtue can be achieved without wealth, without coercion, without fear. Superman exposes Lex's greatest insecurity, that humanity does not need him. Every choice Lex makes follows from this insecurity. He undermines social progress unless it puts him above others. He withholds cures unless doing so harms the Kryptonian. He sabotages progress unless it gains him worship. He dismisses solutions because they are not his solutions. And when science offers him a miracle, he retools it into a weapon. Not because he must, but because deep down, Lex cares more about destroying Superman than uplifting humanity. There is a version of Lex who could have cured cancer, who could have revolutionized energy, who could have built a utopia out of brilliance alone. But this is not that version. This is the man who would burn the world simply to watch Superman fall with it. He would not save Earth, unless doing so damn the man he hates. In the end, the pocket universe is not a symbol of what Lex Luthor can do. It is a symbol of what he refuses to do. Humanity's salvation has always been within his grasp. Climate engineering, renewable power, post-scarcity technology, miracles that could reshape civilization. But Lex Luthor does not want to lead humanity forward. He wants humanity to kneel. And so long as Superman stands, Lex believes he stands in shadow. The pocket universe could never have solved global warming. But even if it could, Lex Luthor would never use it for that purpose. Because fixing the planet brings no glory, no domination, no triumph over the alien god he despises. He could have saved the world years ago. It simply didn't matter to him. Now I want to hear from you. If you had Lex's genius and his pocket universe technology, what would you use it for first? And would you really trust anyone with that kind of power?